Easier Cars, welcome back to the channel. Well, what's happened since the last time we spoke? The Testarossa is back on the road. August 13th was the last time I drove it, and what was the reason why? Because the bell housing had brake fluid leaking out the bottom of it, and this was actually an ongoing saga. So it took a little while until I could get that resolved, and part of it was actually waiting for a part. In reality, the part I was looking for, the support flange, part of the clutch release support flange to be exact, that particular part for this series, for a 91 Testarossa, was not manufactured anymore. So that didn't leave any other option other than upgrading to a 512M clutch, which is actually the perfect solution, to be honest. And it took a little while until that part actually, still the support flange had to be manufactured, and that was remanufactured by Hill Engineering in the UK and sold as a complete kit with the new clutch. And on Wednesday that was installed in the car by my mechanic, and I'm back in business. And it is so nice to be back in the Testarossa. I was quite surprised. I was thinking that the clutch was going to end up being firmer, pedal feel anyways, but it's actually softer than the original Testarossa clutch, than the spring pressure. And it's actually shared with the 550, and I didn't remember that actually. And now I recall this does have a very similar clutch feel to my old car, to the Maranello. But the good thing is I'm back in business. And the season, unfortunately, is quite short in Austria. It's only 6 months, or at least that I have the cars on the road. So it'll be off the road the end of October and back into winter storage, because snow has actually started to arrive already, at least up on the mountain. So I'm going to have a change of season, back to my winter sport, back to skiing, which is in reality closest to my heart. The cool thing about the almost a 2-month break with the Testarossa is I had a chance to really spend more time with the 328 with the GTS, and that car really is amazing. I've said it before, if you followed my channel, you know my feeling on that car. It really does check all the boxes. It's so much fun to drive. The fact that it has a target top, obviously, when the weather's great, is just amazing. And on top of that, the gearbox and the pedal orientation is just, it's a thing of pleasure. I love driving that car. It sounds amazing with the tubby exhaust, and yeah, it's perfect. It's really perfect for our roads here in Austria. So that's maybe my suggestion for those that are actually thinking of buying a classic Ferrari. I've said it before, that is really the go-to car for anybody that's looking for a first classic, really a problem-free classic. That's the one to have. The Testarossa is absolutely that desire car, as I've called it before, but it is a little more sensitive. Everything is doubled up. All the things that can fail, typically there's going to be 2 of them, so you have to be able to understand that. All cars, though, classic cars, something's going to break. They like to be driven. This car definitely needs to be driven more, and I'm going to try to make as much use of it as I can before the end of the season. So that's what I'm doing today. Today I'm going to a place called Lent, around to Dienten, to Mulbach, and then back home. It's a really nice circle tour, and I'm going to film that, and I'm going to show it on my channel. So anyways, hope that sounds of interest. Stick around for that. If you ever have any questions on the cars, by all means leave them in the chat and I'll come right back to you. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.